issues. Today I'm going to pit two Hornady offerings against each other, American Gunner and Critical Defense 380 offerings, specifically, through the Ruger LCP. I've loaded in the magazine two of each in alternating order, and I've test fired a couple of rounds just to heat up the barrel since it's a little cold today. I don't want either bullet to have the advantage of a cold barrel. And I have a 14-inch gel column, 3 layers of 13-ounce denim, and a gallon jug of water. All right, how are we doing so far? Yep, we do have, the Critical Defense, no, that's actually the American Gunner bullet, has actually passed through and embedded itself in the water jug. We have water leakage. All right, let's swing this around and try some more. And there's complete expansion on that as well. Well played, Hornady. Oops, did I have a table strike? No, maybe not. We'll get these boxes of shells out of here. Wow, did not intend to leave them stand there in the danger zone. All right. Nope, that's a capture. All right, good. Nothing hit the table. And again, it appears as though one of the two has made it into the water jug. One of the bullets was captured. It's a Critical Defense. It did exit the top. Okay, a second bullet did come out. A third bullet did come out. Only one stopped in the block, and that was when I shot super low. All right, we will take those home and do a post-shoot analysis. This is a follow-up video from a gel and denim shoot I did with American Gunner and Critical Defense, because for whatever reason, Hornady makes two different types of defensive handgun ammunition. Critical Defense, of course, are the ones with the red polymer tips. And the American Gunner are the XTP bullet. It's not spectacular, but full expansion through 3 layers of denim, and the XTPs penetrated over 14 inches. I took another shot with the Critical Defense after the end of the video, just to confirm my results. I felt like I needed to do an additional test shot just to make sure what I was getting with the Critical Defense. So there it is at 13.5 inches in the gel. I will dig that out now and lay it alongside of the other rounds so you can compare them. Try to line this up real close. Just the lead expansion of the XTPs versus the FTXs, the Critical Defense style bullets with the polymer tip in them. Eyeballing it, I'm going to say even without the copper, I think the FTXs expand more than the XTPs. Today, I'm set up to pit two of Hornady's premier defensive loadings, American Gunner and Critical Defense, against each other in a gel block with 4 layers of 14-ounce heavy denim. That's crisp new stuff. That's not cut out of any old jeans. I'm going to try to push these 2 rounds to their very limits. I've preloaded 3 rounds of the Critical Defense and 3 rounds of the American Gunner. And I just measured the gel block temperature at 37.8 degrees. So I'm going to get started. And the first round I'm going to shoot is the Critical Defense. Then we'll switch to the American Gunner. Now already I see a problem here. The water jug has one sort of sideways hole. I think I heard a clunk. Yes, one of the critical defense rounds has gone through without expansion. That's disappointing, but it looks like the other two have at least partially expanded. Well, no, it looks like that one. Yeah, I think the other two partially expanded. They certainly stopped in the gel block. Now, I did bring a spare water jug, so I will line up and shoot them again, this time with the American Gunner. Let's see what we get with the XTPs. Again, these are the Hornady factory loads. Let's see if I can get room in here. Don't want to go back over the same tracks. That would invalidate the science. Get the XTPs loaded in. I'm going to get really, really close to the gel to make sure I don't double up on anything here. Oh, we've hauled the jug again. You have to adjust the denim. Wow, that one looks like it really failed. Failed hard. Okay. Yeah, right there, I can do it. Whew. All right, I'm gonna put another one slightly high in this corner where I haven't shot anything yet. Okay. Yes. Okay. We've got one hole into the gel block. One of the XTPs is right at the end of the gel block. This is almost 14 inches long. This is a much bigger gel block than I've made before. Yeah, oh, got holes coming and going. Okay, so one of these definitely failed. And I don't see where the bullet is at all. Yeah, one of the XTPs definitely failed expansion. Completely escaped. One of the XTPs blew right through both sides of the water jug after passing through the entire gel block. Yeah, there's the exit hole, definitely showing no signs of expansion. One of them went right back here. Definitely did expand partially. Partial expansion exhibited on that one. So one of the American Gunners is still in here. And there, I think it is, almost to the end of the gel. Yep, it's definitely an XTP round. And there's another FTX sitting right close to the end of the gel block with what looks like partial expansion on that. Try not to lose it. Yeah, there's an FTX round. That is a critical defense round exhibiting partial expansion. So it looks like we have found the limit of these two rounds. 4 layers of truly heavy 14-ounce denim will stop these bullets from properly expanding in gel. Here is that other FTX bullet, and that one is more properly expanded. That one's a little bit better. It's actually pretty good as far as FTXs go. All right, now I'll show you the 5 rounds I did capture. Zoom in on these guys. Now, these are the XTP rounds. Those are your American Gunner. One of them escaped completely, passed through the water jug backer. Its track showed no evidence of expansion. These are the FTX rounds, the critical defense. And you can see the red polymer tip. Still in a couple of them, and more or less proper expansion on one of them. I'm going to say this was a very good, successful demonstration of what 380, obviously in a short barrel pocket pistol, is capable of. Critical defense has slightly more reliable expansion, but 4 layers of heavy denim is quite a challenge, even for Hornady's popular defensive loads. Today we have an important retest of Hornady Critical Defense and Hornady American Gunner 380 ammunition through the Ruger LCP Max. I'll show them to you here, show you the specs on these. They're not extraordinarily high-performing 380 ammunition, but so far these are about the best at defeating the 4-layer denim barrier. 1,000 feet per second muzzle velocity. I generally get 800 and something out of the short barrels. They almost always function reliably in the pocket pistols. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put these through a 4-layer denim barrier, and hopefully we get expansion with the first shot. And then, because they are new boxes, I am also going to try to chronograph some if we can get some cooperation from the sky conditions. And the first one I'm going to do is the American Gunner. Shooting from 4 feet away. Whoops. We have an escape. Shoot that again. Definitely shows some signs of expansion early in the track, but if it did, it exited well down the block. So that would be a really good penetrator through 4 layers of denim. But it did escape all the way through the, it did over penetrate the water jug. Or it looks like it did. No, it looks like it just damaged it. So I guess we probably will recover that bullet eventually. All right. Trying one more time with the American Gunner. No need to reposition anything. And that's a complete pass through. Unfortunately, I still need this backer for the critical defense. Okay, there's the orange insert. Here we've got 4 layers of denim and good gel. These are small blocks I'm working with. Aim it a little bit down. Okay, that's right where I wanted it. And there it has stopped. So we definitely have expansion and a capture at, I don't do that anymore. A capture, line this up properly, at the 12, a little bit past the 12-inch mark, about 12.5 inches into the gel. So, critical defense, and you can see the orange tip back there. Critical defense is working well for us right now. We'll dig out that critical defense bullet and measure the expansion on that. All right, get the calipers on. Widest spot through there. Say good, healthy 51 caliber. So that's a pretty good bullet. For winter carry, obviously, if that's defeating the denim barrier, that's probably the one you want to get. That's the one I want my wife and I carrying. All right, now for those American Gunner bullets. Water jug sat out here for a little while. There's some slush in the bottom of it. Okay, there we've got a partially expanded bullet. That's typical for an XTP bullet. Let's put the caliper on it. The maximum expansion on the American Gunner bullet is about 43 caliber. It's not completely expanded. It's sort of expanded on one side. So a good bullet, always a deep penetrator, but not quite the barrier defeater that the FTX bullet is. We have semi-adequate sky conditions right now for chronograph readings. So without further ado, we're going to do that. First up is going to be critical defense, which we determined is a slightly better barrier, does slightly better against the 4-layer denim barrier. And since this is a new box and presumably a new lot, we are going to give it just a cursory chronograph test. Probably going to do 3 shots, shooting from about 5 feet away. See how this compares with the chronograph readings we've gotten in the past with this round. Didn't read that one. 831. 912. I'm obviously going to have to throw in an extra round because it didn't read the first one. Again, we have marginal sort of sky cover conditions right now. .908. 3-shot average. 883. That is really close to what we've gotten in the past with critical defense. There's the critical defense, 883 feet per second. Load up the American Gunners. So this will be the next one. .780. 865. 884. So the 3-shot average on that one. 843 feet per second. That also accords well with the average that we have seen in the past from American Gunner. So these 2 boxes of ammunition out of the 2.75-inch barrel Ruger LCP Max are performing very similarly to what we've seen before. I am not sure why critical defense winds up with hotter chronograph readings. The specs on these 2 are almost identical. They both should be coming out the muzzle at 1,000 feet per second according to Hornady, and out of the short barrel obviously you're going to get a little bit lower than that. Not sure why critical defense regularly outperforms American Gunner in observed muzzle velocity from my short barrel guns, but every box I've tested has had that same result. An extra 20 to 40 feet per second muzzle velocity for the critical defense over the American Gunner. Thanks, folks. This is Dave for DDR. Have a great week. All 12, no issues.